What's up, my people? In this video, we're going to be solving systems, but this time we're going to be solving by substitution. So in my other two videos, we've solved by graphing and we've solved by elimination. And substitution is the third method, not necessarily in that particular order, but it is one of the three. All right, let's jump right in and get right to the point. So let's talk about what a substitute is. If you think about what a substitute teacher is, a substitute teacher is a person who fills in the event I'm not there. So a substitute is something or someone that can replace the original, okay, for the time being. So in this case, let's take a look at, let's jump straight into the good stuff. Let's look at this. Okay, if you look right here, and I'm going to put it in this terms. This Y is saying, yo, in the event I'm not here, 4, I need you to take my place. 4 is like, all right, cool. I'll take your place when you're not here. So Y is like, I'm going out of town. 4, I need you to take my place. 4 is like, but why? Where did you go? 4 has to go here to take Y's place because Y went out of town. Okay, so 4 had to go up there and substitute in for Y, okay? Because if Y is 4 and Y is right here, that means that's also 4. Does that make sense? Now we're going to solve the equation. I'm going to subtract 16 from both sides. 4 minus 16 is negative 12. Divide both sides by negative 6. And X is going to be equal to a positive 2. And what I really like about these, especially when it already tells me what the Y is, once I find my X, that's it. My answer is 2. And it literally said in my equation what the Y is. So you only had to do half the work. Okay, next one. As a matter of fact, I want you to pause the video right now and try this one on your own, and then unpause it. Now that you've had the chance to try, let's see if you did this. Let's see. I'm going to put a negative 6 everywhere I see a Y. Oh, here's one. So Y, you're going to go away, and you're going to substitute. You're going to fill in. Tag me in, coach. The negative 6 tagged in for that Y. Now I have negative 6 equals negative 4x plus 10. And then I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. Because again, I'm trying to isolate the x. So negative 6 minus 10 is negative 16 equals negative 4x. Divide both sides by negative 4. X equals positive 4. Now, if I wanted to, I can take this X and plug it back in and get Y. But why would I do that when the question already told me what the answer to Y was? It literally says Y equals negative 6. And then if I write that in the form of a point, make your life easy. Why? Don't do nothing too difficult. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, we're going to move on. All right, now it's a little bit different now. Okay, now Y is talking to negative 3x. He says, yo, 3x, I need you to go fill in for me. All right, 3x is like, negative 3x is like, cool. Wherever you need me. And Y is like, I need you up top. All right, I'll go up there and fill in for you. Okay, so this negative 3x is going to take the place of that Y. Now we have to solve the equation. But instead of moving the number, I'm going to move my variable because I want all my variables on the same side. I'm going to subtract 7x. This is negative 10x equals negative 10. Divide both sides by negative 10. X equals 1. Now, you know, in the two previous examples, it was nice. Why? They're like, yeah, we already know what y is. But this time, they don't necessarily do that exactly. But I can plug in this y to the bottom equation and save myself a little bit of a headache, right? So I'm going to put y is equal to negative 3x, right? And we literally just said that x is 1. So y is equal to negative 3 times 1. So y equals negative 3. Put that in the form of a point, 1 comma negative 3. So far, not too shabby, okay? So let's look at number 4. Again, if I'm going fast, you can slow it down and rewind it. Okay, let's try this one. So this one's a little bit different. Again, y is like, hey, x, I need you and your friend to fill in for me. Go fill in at my normal spot because I'm normally sitting right here. So x minus 3, they're like, okay, cool, we'll go fill in for you. So I got x minus 3 is equal to negative 2x plus 18. Okay? Now, what's going to have to happen is, now I got equations with variables on both sides. Remember, I want my variables on this side, constants over here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by adding 2x to both sides. Okay? So x plus 2x is 3x minus 3 equals 18. And then, of course, remember on my left, I don't want any constants over there. So I need that minus 3 to go away. So I'm going to do that by adding 3. Good with 3x equals 21. I'm going to divide both sides by 3. X equals 7. Now I can plug that 7 into either of the two equations as long as it's the original. And because the top one seems a little bit easier, I'm going to plug this 7 right here. So I'm going to rewrite the equation. Y equals x minus 3. And we know the x right here is going to go there. So y equals 7 minus 3. In other words, y equals 4. So my point is 7, comma 4. Okay. All right. Hopefully easy enough so far. That was 4. We got 4 more examples left. I'm moving kind of quickly. If any point you need me to slow down, pause the video and rewind it. So now, instead of it going to the front, I'm like, hey, y? Y is like, okay, I need you guys to go fill in for me. And y is like, I normally stand next to the 5, which is right here. Negative 2x plus 5 is like, cool, I'll go stand next to 5 for you, y, where you normally are. So, cool. So now this looks like this. Negative 2x plus 5. Remember, negative 2x plus 5 is filling in for y, while he's out of town or something. And now from here, we can solve this. Go ahead and distribute. So this is negative 2x minus 10x plus 25 equals 13. I'm going to combine like terms right here. Negative 2x minus 10x is negative 12x plus 25 equals 13. I'm going to subtract 25 from both sides. Negative 12x equals negative 12. Divide both sides by negative 12. x equals a positive 1. Now, what can I do with that positive 1? I can go and plug it back into either equation. And because, this one right here looks easier, I'm going to plug that one right there. So y equals negative 2x plus 5. And again, I'm going to drop this one right there because that's what it says x is. That's going to equal negative 2 times 1 plus 5. In other words, negative 2 plus 5. So in other words, y equals a positive 3. So my answer is x. Oops, I don't need that. My answer is going to be 1, comma, positive 3. Okay, not too shabby, not too shabby. All right, and then that's 5. Okay, let's do this. Ooh, this time we gotta get some stuff by itself first before we can even substitute it. Oh, and because this x is already by itself, that's the easiest. We got to get it to x equals something so we know what we're plugging in where, right? So, and you want to pick the variable that has the coefficient of 1, especially if it has one of those. So x plus 3y equals 13. I'm going to subtract 3y from both sides. X equals negative 3y plus 13. Because I manipulated this one, I need to plug this stuff in for x. Where is there another x that I can use? Right there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So I got 5 negative 3y plus 13 plus 7y equals 17. Okay? So I got 5 times negative 3 is negative 15y. And then I got 5 times 13 is 65. Because we're doing this. And then I got plus 7y equals 17. Okay? And then what's going to happen is I need to figure out what's negative 15 plus 7. Because I got to combine my terms. And when you combine these two, you end up with negative 8y plus 65 equals 17. Subtract 65 from both sides. Negative 8y, and then 17 plus a negative 65 is negative 48. Divide both sides by negative 8. And my y here happens to be 6. Now that I have y equals 6, it is tempting to go plug it back into this equation right here. Don't do it. This is not original equation. Although it does work sometimes, but if you happen to make a mistake in your math in this area, it'll mess up your whole answer. So make sure you plug your answer, your y, or whatever one you solve for back into an original. And I'm going to plug it into the bottom one. So I got, let's do it right here, x plus 3y equals 13. And I'm going to drop this y right here. X plus 3 times 6 equals 13. X plus 18 equals 13. I'm going to subtract 18 from both sides. X equals negative 5. So my answer for this one is negative 5, comma, positive 6. Okay? All right, let's see.